start with Mr. Eddie Ombac. Take 30 seconds and tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for this office.
Mahalo, Sherry. Aloha Kako, my name is Eddie O, candidate for County Council District 7. I've been a radio broadcaster on Hawaii Island for over 30 years. And whenever the state or the island of Hawaii was in crisis, whether it be a hurricane, a tsunami, an earthquake, lava, 2018 was nuts, or even 9/11. Harry Kim called me first to cancel school that dreadful morning. But I was always one of the first DJs that would rush to the studio to get out there and help spread the word. You can go here, you can go there, you can't go here, you can't go there, you can take your pets there. After 9/11, I asked Harry Kim, I asked him, why'd you call me first to cancel school? By the way, we were the only county in Hawaii to cancel school. And he said, I know all the kids listen to you, and so I knew the parents would get the message. Now, today, these kids are grown now, and with families of their own, and they come up to me and, Uncle, I remember listening to you on the radio, and I'm their voice today. I'm your voice, I'm the people's voice. Mahalo, Sherry.
Thank you. Ms. Powers, tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for this office.
Thank you, Sherry. I also want to thank the organizers of this event. This has been really great to meet so many members in our community of like-minded feelings on our very, very difficult national politics and our local politics. I'm a local girl, Kanaka Maoli, raised in Kalapana on the east side of the island. Moved over to Kona to be with my high school sweetheart who is here today. We own and operate a business here in Kona for the past 12 years. Community service is what I've been doing for the past couple of decades. As the president of the Daughters of Hawaii, I sit on the Kailua Village Business Improvement District. I am a member of the Healy Foundation, the Keikaiala Foundation, and community service is what I've been doing in addition to being a wife and a mother and a business owner. This felt like the next natural progression in the line of service for my community. So I'm doing this to keep local people in Hawaii. I think we are at a tipping point in our community. I think the decisions made in the next 5 to 10 years require people who have connections and relationships and experience working and engaging community across the spectrum.
Ms. Powers, what is the job of the Hawaii County Council rep?
The job of the county council rep is actually quite broad. It's interesting to me. I think some of the places that we can be most effective are zoning. I think that's critically important to us right now, how we're using land, so land planning. I think if we look back at the record over the past 30, let's go beyond that, 50 years, we can see exactly how we got where we are today based on land planning and zoning. So the interesting thing about the county council is that, like I said, it's incredibly broad. Ask any of the candidates who are here today. I think one of my strengths is that I have deep relationships in this community, that I'm able to bridge the spectrum from one extreme to the other, and that's going to be necessary to really navigate all of those, everything incorporated into that broad spectrum.
Mr. Ombac, what would you add to what the scope of the job of the county council rep is, if anything?
Well, from what I've learned so far, Sherry, I'm new at this game of land and community planning is huge. I've learned so much from our community members as I've been campaigning, and it's a lot, but I'm excited.
According to the Hawaii County website, the job of the county council representative is legislation and public policy formation. The council is responsible for passing the laws that govern the county as enacted by ordinance and written in the Hawaii County Code. So, Mr. Ombac, tell us how you are preparing to take on this job, which is a very well-paid job. It's around $100,000 that the county council reps make, which actually is twice as much as Ms. Ka'aloha will make. State reps are paid much less. Tell us what you are doing to prepare yourself for this job.
To continue to listen to the people in my community, my family, my friends, our neighbors, what their concerns are and what they want. I don't think I should be up here as a candidate saying, I think we should do this, I think we should do that. My job is to listen to what the community wants and take action.
Tell me who you, Mr. Ombac, have met with. Have you met with Rebecca Villegas, the current office holder, to find out what key issues are? Have you met with department heads? Have you met with finance director? Tell us who you've met with in the county to get a good grasp of what challenges you would be facing.
Thanks, Sharon. I have a few friends that are working within our county system, and I've had some really big and deep discussions about what's happening and what's on the table. And I didn't realize how much money is on the table that the county council people need to decide what to do with. It's a lot.
Ms. Powers, tell us how you are specifically preparing to take on this job. Have you met with Ms. Villegas to talk about issues that may exist now or will come up? Have you met with county directors, the finance director? Tell us what you have been doing so we know you're prepared to take on this job.
I think I've been doing it for the past 10 to 15 years, which is meeting with community. Yes, I have met with Ms. Villegas, who I respect and have a great deal of aloha for the 8 years of service she's given us. I sit on the Mayor's Flood Mitigation Task Force, so I've met with a lot of the administration, the current administration. There are numerous people in this room who I have met with already, and I have my calendar is stacked up until the primary and beyond as I prepare. Meeting with community to me is at the heart of this. I'm going to make decisions with community, not for community. I'm not your voice. I want to hear from you and amplify your voice. I believe that every decision about our community should be made with community. And so I have taken the time to meet with, you don't have enough time to give me, Sherry, to talk about it, but I'm happy to meet you over there. Yes, but I'm happy to meet you over there and tell everybody exactly who I've met with, what we've discussed, from animal advocacy all the way to flood mitigation and infrastructure.
Ms. Powers, have you attended county council meetings and have you testified?
Many times, yes.
Okay.
I've attended many meetings. I watch them regularly for fun, sort of sicko.
This girl has a strange idea of fun.
That's crazy.
Sometimes there's wine. But yes, I have testified and submitted testimony dozens of times.
Mr. Ombac, have you attended county council meetings and have you submitted testimony?
I have attended, I have watched online, I have not submitted public testimony.
So, Mr. Ombac, if you are elected, first of all, I think the main challenge is figuring out where the office is, who your aides are, where the bathroom is, all that kind of important detail stuff. But other than that, what are the first two things you would like to work on if you are elected to County Council District 7?
Two things? There's so many on the table. Attainable housing. Not affordable housing, but attainable housing. When I say affordable housing, a lot of people think low income. I have a daughter who is an elementary school teacher with a master's in early childhood development. She makes close to 6 figures. Her fiance is an EMT, and they can't afford to buy a home. They can afford to buy a condo. And so I'd like to see the community, the government, get together to find a way to make housing attainable for my daughter and my future son-in-law. There's many of them out there. Second, I get an earful about parks. The lights here at the roller rink, the lights at the skate park, the nets over there at the pickleball. So the restrooms here at Old Age, which by the way, the bid has been submitted. And so they're gonna start working on that. But yeah, Parks and Rec, home housing.
Thank you. Ms. Powers, what are the first two things you want to work on if you are elected to County Council 7?
I think the first thing would be infrastructure. I think that's where our focus needs to go. I think we have a serious issue on our hands with wastewater, with solid waste. And we're not going to be able to get attainable housing until we build infrastructure. So I would lean in heavily to infrastructure.
When you say wastewater, what comments do you have about the current wastewater plan, the wastewater treatment plant plan?
I think we have a lot of work to do, and I think we're going to need a lot of money to do it. And I think we're going to have to rely on public-private partnerships in order to get that done. Our current representative for District 7 has made great progress. Of course, there's always some missteps along the way, and it is a democracy, right, within the council itself. But I think we need to rely on community partners like Auntie Cindy, who's standing right over here, right? This woman knows wastewater inside and out, right? Steve Holmes. Chuck Flaherty. There's a million people in our community who are incredibly intelligent, who I've met with, who have solutions readily available. They just need support from government.
One of the questions that several people put that they would like to hear an answer to is what your thoughts are about animal control. Just take 30 seconds and tell me what you think.
So I've actually met with an animal control group based out of Kona, where they have a huge population in Pahoa, or my alma mater. I think that we've got a serious problem on our hands because we've got 100,000, some estimates range from 50,000 to 100,000 cats, right? So we need to invest in how we are, the TNR program essentially, right? That we're trapping, we're neutering, and then what happens next is the next question. Are we putting them in a sanctuary? Are we releasing them? I mean, my name is Manu. I'm going to advocate for birds, but I'm also going to advocate for a compassionate and empathetic solution.
Mr. Ombac, animal control has been brought up as a big issue. Tell us what you know about what's happening in the county today and what your thoughts are.
So I've been working with Auntie Cindy at Advocates for probably the last 8 years, where we catch, spay, neuter, release, as well as Laura with the Aloha Animal Alliance. I'm a big fan of the trap, neuter, spay or neuter, and then release. But we've done it, my girlfriend Jill and I have done it probably a dozen times now. I'd like to see people who are supporting the spay, neuter, and release, they need money for cat food. We spend all our own money for cat food. I do like the idea of a sanctuary. It is a really slow process. I wish there could be a way to speed it up.
I'm sorry that we don't have unlimited time to talk to every single candidate who's going to be here today. So, what?
We'll be at our tables.
Yes, you will. But right now, you have 30 seconds to say whatever you'd like to say, Ms. Powers, in closing.
Yeah, I appreciate you giving us that opportunity. Ooh, sorry, your microphone thing fell. That doesn't count towards my time, Sherry. I'd like to think that my experience, my connection to Aina, my stewardship that I've been doing, my cultural preservation work, my administrative work, my ability to balance and work within a large budget and work with people across the spectrum would speak for itself. And I'm happy to speak directly to anybody about it. But I think my deep relationships within this community are what serve me best as far as an education is concerned, as far as informing me and my decision-making processes is concerned. And I think that's exactly what we need as we move forward. We are coming into a critical time. And again, who is at the table, who is having these discussions, what their values are, what their experience is, matters critically right now.
Thank you. Mr. Ombac.
Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Manu. I told Manu before walking up on stage, I'm freaking out, sis. I am really out of my element, and a lot of you might say, well, you're a broadcaster. Well, that's inside a radio studio. Yeah. I get in front of hundreds, sometimes thousands of people, like during Ironman, to announce races. But I may not have all the answers, but I want everybody to know, and I want you to tell your friends that I'm passionate about this island. It's where I raised my twin girls. It's where I'm about ready to become a grandpa by the end of this month, and I care about this island, and I look forward to the opportunity to represent you on the county council level.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you.